because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Ball had his hand. On it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs, 36 yards. And the Bills have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers.
And look at this, another fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And it'll be a turnover on downs. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Rodgers now on 1st down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but Definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes back. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only do they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Going deep for Diggs. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little...
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. I mean,
yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because...
You're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football.